Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to InfoComm 2017. We're here again on the NEC Display Solutions stand. Got a little broadcast set on stand 1600. We've got Chuck Wilson with us today.
Hello, Adrian.
Thank you very much for coming along.
Yeah.
Now,
it's good to see you again.
Good. Yes, it is. Thank you very much. Chuck, everybody knows Chuck in the industry. He's an executive guy from
NSCA.
NSCA. I'll get the order the wrong way around.
Yeah.
And of course, tell us the history, because not newbies to InfoComm won't know that InfoComm's only here because of you guys in the early days.
Yeah, that's right. So NSCA was founded clear back in 1982. So we're going on 35 years now. We started out as a like an audio contractor, sound contractor association that soon turned into systems contracting, and it just grew and grew and grew. And we had a trade show, and InfoComm's show was going great. Ours was going great. We decided to put them together about 10 years ago, and this is what became of it now. So it's just the place to go to for technology and to seeing the showcases. And then what we've done since is we've really focused on helping the system integrators be better at their business and creating a profitable thing. You know, figuring out how to deploy this technology for the betterment of the customers that they serve in a way that's profitable for them. So it's one thing to look at how cool this is. It's another thing to make sure we know how to make money doing what we love to do so much.
How many members do you have at the moment?
We got about 1,000 members, and they're the system integrated. They're the ones that put in the technology. So we focus on the channel, the consultants, the reps, and the integrators. And then the manufacturers support us and sponsor our events, like our thing we did last night.
Yeah, I'll come on to Drunk Uncles in a second.
Yeah. So we have a lot of great relationships with the sponsors, the manufacturers, because they too want their products put in a professional manner and to make sure that they work and everything.
Now, something else that people older guys will know this, but the younger people won't know this, but you're one of the 3 original founders of ISE in Amsterdam as well.
Yeah,
so you're good friends with Mike Blackman.
Mike Blackman and I are good buddies, and you know, one of the best things I ever did was hire Mike Blackman when we were getting that event started with InfoComm and CEDIA and NSCA. And then
so that goes
we started the first show in Geneva.
2004, we think.
Yeah, we think, and then did 1 year in Brussels, then Amsterdam, and off it went. We then got out of that, the trade show thing entirely, both in the US and Europe, because we wanted to focus more on North America and just really helping the integrators here be better at what they do. So.
But we have to thank you, and I'll thank you now for all our listeners. And you've put together, you started something. ISE is now well over 70,000 people.
Who knew? You know, remember the first year in Geneva, we thought, okay, is this ever going to be something? And you know, Mike Blackman is a brilliant guy, and I give him all the credit in the world for taking that to where it is today.
Well, you hired him.
That's right. That's right.
So that's brilliant. So 70,000 people, we get more than 70,000 there now. And then this show, I think, will break a few records as well. But, you know,
this is great.
This is good.
It's going great.
Are you allowed to say whether you prefer Florida or Vegas as this show?
You know what? I just
because you live in the Midwest, so you're
I live in the Midwest,
which is closer.
It's even for me.
So even, okay.
Yeah, it's even for me. So I think going from Vegas to Orlando makes a lot of sense, especially for the type of technology that's being shown here. It makes sense.
We had a couple of people on the show earlier who are from the Midwest, and the politically correct answer do you prefer Vegas or Orlando? They say, well, it snows where we are. We like going anywhere warm.
Yeah, that's right.
So so tell us about Drunk Uncles. We've got a little T-shirt. You had the most successful. This is for me.
Yeah.
You had the most successful Drunk Uncles event last night.
Yeah.
How many people did you have there?
Well, we know there was at least 1,000 there, because that's how many drink tickets we gave out. That's how we counted people coming in there. But
so first drink free, and then you buy a drink yourself?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much. And all of the sponsors had drink tickets too. So companies like NEC, who sponsored the event, they get, you know, like drink ticket shirts and stuff to give out. And what's cool about that is it really turns into their night. You know, so we celebrate the fact that our foundation is raising money. It's a 501c3 education foundation. We made money last night dedicated towards our Ignite program.
Okay.
And so Ignite, that's a different thing. That's Pivot to Profit. That's a recurring revenue thing I want to talk about. But the Ignite program is merely a way for us to reach out, you know, show people in the colleges, these STEM programs here in the U.S., they're teaching technology at an earlier age. What we're trying to do is to show them how cool this is, what kind of occupation they could possibly have, what kind of career, and try to get them in here, because they don't think of this industry as at first thought coming out of high school or going into tech school.
Right.
So Ignite is all about reaching out to them, building awareness of our industry, and then trying to fill that void.
Yeah.
We have so many people now that are preparing to retire from our industry. We need to fill that void. And we've got every one of our members are looking for good talent.
Of course they are. Yeah,
So
that's a very worthy
big
cause.
thing.
And John Concourse has been going how many years now?
I think it was 12 years now.
Right,
So they've
wow.
raised over $1 million.
That's amazing.
Probably $1.2 million now after last night. For our education
Brilliant.
foundation, we're putting that money to real good use, trying to build these programs like Ignite.
So what's the one change that you've seen in InfoComm? Say, just take the last, say, 6 or 7 years. What's the big change
Here at the show?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's the diversity of the technologies. So there's audio video, there's IT, there's networking, there's everything. So what I see happening is I'm not even sure how to define, the more I know about AV, the less I know how to define it to others. So I think as an industry, we have a messaging problem, we have a branding problem, an identity problem. Like, what is AV, what isn't AV, and because it's such a IP-enabled environment that we live in now, it's hard to define it as AV anymore.
Right.
So what is it?
Yeah.
You know,
well, there's been the old issues about AV and IT in corporates and who does the work, and makes a lot of sense. So explain the last thing then. Tell us about pivot to profit.
Okay. So one of the things that we're seeing is that we're at a crossroads, if you will. AV is at the intersection of a lot of things right now, IT and security and audio systems, and a lot of what we're seeing is control and command centers now being real popular, something that the integrators are looking to expand their businesses, digital signage and others. All of that speaks to what we call recurring monthly revenue. So we're trying to be more of a services provider, a solutions and services provider, not just working on an individual project, but staying with that customer, learning their business, their workflows, learning how they can utilize the technology the best, and then getting to know their business in a way that we can deploy technology in a better value proposition to them. So we have that return on their investment of buying that. So
where can people find information about
go to our website. It's nsca.org.
Yep.
And then all of our career center where we talk about Ignite, Pivot to Profit, all that. So nsca.org is the place to go.
Chuck?
Yeah, Adrian.
Thanks for your time.
Great to see you again, man.